Today we talk about AI. AI, everyone talks about it. I know it's getting old. No one wants to hear it anymore, but give us a chance. We talk about a new idea, a potential concept. How can AI work for us, work for you?
We're not gonna talk about ChatGPT. We're not gonna talk about Copilot.
No,
It's not about
boring,
Siri. It's not about Alexa.
boring,
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 boring, boring.
boring. I heard it all. This one could be interesting. Listen in, guys.
Welcome to Could Be Genius, where half-baked ideas get to shine.
We're not here to make it perfect, just to see how far it goes. Then it's your problem.
Welcome to Could Be Genius.
Welcome to Could Be Genius. Where are we?
We are in the Technical Museum of Vienna.
Yeah,
They were so kind to let us in and record here.
yeah.
So
And when you look behind us, for our viewers who can see, because our listeners cannot see clearly,
what is it? A big air conditioning box?
that's what I said, right?
I know.
I said, well, it's not.
What is it?
It's a satellite.
It's a satellite.
I think if I read correctly, because I did my homework, there's a sign right there. It's from the 90s.
Okay.
Looks a little bit old,
What's
in
the
my
name? What's the
opinion.
name of the satellite?
Starts with an A.
I also read the
And
information.
this start with an A?
Yeah,
What is it?
it's called Artemis.
Exactly.
All right. Why is this satellite hanging here?
So okay, we're in the media section of the museum, which is kind of cool actually, because you can see a lot of, typewriters.
Mm-hmm.
There was a telegraph thing, there was a printing press. So it kind of walks you through,
Yeah.
a timeline.
Yeah, I also saw some old laptops, some old computers, some old TVs.
Yeah, they have like this vitrine there, and they have different like old computers. I think I saw a Commodore 64. Do you know this one?
I'm not that old.
I'm not that old either. I just computers, you know things, right?
Well,
It's like your history. You don't know history?
no, I don't know the
All
Commodore
right. But
64.
anyway, so that was in the 80s. And then, it starts from the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. But it stops at the 80s. So the 90s is missing. Well, from this wall, and
Mm-hmm.
2010, 2020s.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to know, like, if you go to a museum 50 years from today,
What they will show.
yeah, what will they show?
I also just wanted to tell this. I also saw like this huge TV. And I thought, dude, this must be so old. And it was 1958. It's less than 70 years ago. It's crazy how
Yeah.
fast. And now TVs, they are like 2 centimeters thick. This was like this huge, it's almost a
Like it's a
closet.
box,
Yeah, like a
right?
whole box.
Yeah.
1958. It's
Yeah.
crazy how everything's
It's
evolving
it's sped
so
up quite a
quickly.
bit. Yeah. I mean, now it's flat. You can watch everywhere. You can watch TV. I mean, it's not even a TV anymore. The concept
Yeah.
of TV stationary in your living room is now you can watch it anywhere.
Mm. So your idea of today is linked to
So
technology?
I think this is a topic everyone talks about. It's, last 3, 4 years, 2 years, 3 years, AI, artificial
I just
intelligence.
was looking at the middle screen there. There's a naked man on the poster. Distracted me for a second.
Oh, okay. You know where that came from, right?
No.
Leonardo da Vinci,
Oh yeah.
because he studied the human body.
Yeah. So if anyone wants to see him naked, this is the place to
I don't
be.
think anyone wants to see anyone naked right now, okay? We're
I'm
not
just
that type of.
saying. All right, go
Our
on.
audience is not for that type of things. There's a
Technology.
different podcast for that. Technology. So the topic is AI, and not to sound too, because there's a lot of noise out there. AI, everyone talks about it, and I'm not an AI expert. I don't think you're an AI expert, but I think it's important to talk about it. And I don't want to say what we talk about today is a new concept or invention or anything, but it's an idea that already exists that could be improved or it
Mm-hmm.
could be more consolidated. Um, and yeah, let me start
So it's
ask.
better than ChatGPT?
Yes,
All right.
yes, it should be. It could be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Big
Um,
words.
hmm?
Big words.
Yeah. But let me. I want to start by asking you a personal question
Mm-hmm.
because I think not a lot of people feel comfortable answering this.
Well, now we're gonna hear it.
Yeah. How many apps do you have on your phone?
I don't feel comfortable answering. No, I don't know. More than I use, let's put it that
Yeah.
way. More than I use.
Okay. Speaking of use, what's the like top two apps you use the most?
It has to be social media. I think one is Instagram, or maybe it's even Instagram and ChatGPT actually.
Yeah.
I'm using
You have
it
the
a lot.
ChatGPT
I
app.
have the app, yeah.
Okay.
It took a while before I installed it, but now I'm using it. Like, in the past when you weren't sure, you were like, I'm gonna Google it. No, that's not what you do now. You ask ChatGPT,
Right.
and he actually Googles it for you, or she, or
Okay.
they, them.
And it's interesting that you put a gender to it actually, because you can do that. You can have a female voice,
Yeah,
you can have a male voice. They even have names,
yeah.
and that's where it all started. I think for me, it's there's so many apps that you have on your phone.
Mm,
Some of them you use once a year, like Airbnb. Oh, it's summertime.
yeah,
Let's go on that family vacation. Let's go on that, let me find a place.
yeah.
And then you use it, you book your thing, you do your thing, and then it sits on your phone for another 8 months. No one's
Mm,
opening it. Why would you?
yeah.
Right?
That's true.
Weather is maybe something that you use more often. You have a weather app.
Mm-hmm.
I actually have two. I mean, there's a default app you get, and you can, download other apps that are maybe more detailed, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a weather app, you have an email app, you have a calendar. I mean, I don't have to go through all the apps. You said social media,
Yeah.
There's also Google app. There's the Amazon app.
Yeah, I
So I'm
mean,
not
there's an app for everything.
yeah. And sometimes you download apps because there's a new trend. Everyone's using this app. You take a picture and it tells you something about
Mm-hmm.
yourself or it does something funny, like, yeah. And then you're like, oh, cool, I want to do it. You download, you take a picture. And then in the back of your mind, like, what's happening with this app? Like, does it have my information? Does it have access to all my photos? But then you kind of forget about the app. And then 2 months later, sometimes I go through my phone.
Yeah, I do that
I'm like,
too.
wait, what is this? Should I delete
Yeah.
it? And you're like, And then when you don't recognize your own
Mm-hmm.
apps on your phone, that's a little bit strange.
Yeah.
So that's what triggered it, right? And this whole thing of AI now, okay, we realize that even with AI, there's ChatGPT, obviously is the most famous one, but there's 100 other AIs too.
Mm-hmm.
Some people probably have also Copilot. They have ChatGPT, maybe they have an image AI, maybe they have a text AI.
Recently, I read a news article that apparently Elon Musk came out with a separate chat box
Uh-huh.
that it's also an app you can download, and it was misused to create like deep fake nudes from celebrities and so on, and then it was banned in a lot of countries and so
But
on.
he developed
Yeah, it
it.
was his.
Okay,
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah. So these
Yeah.
days anyone can do anything with AI, right?
Yeah, and I think
Yeah.
that's the thing. I mean, these apps will make money. I mean, we are the ones who will there whether it's an ad, you purchase an ad, app, maybe it's the free version sucks, you're limited, then you purchase it, or there's ads served in these apps. So there's money to be made. There's always money to be made. They're capturing your information, they're capturing your details.
Yeah, your chat
Yeah, and
history.
there's always like, but then this whole trust thing is lost, and people are paranoid. They're like, I'm not. And there's also the extreme people who like delete all the apps, and they're like, I don't want them to have my information. It's too much. And so
Mm,
there's everything out there. So the point is, AI. Why is AI not more confined into helping me? We ask the question, AI can answer the questions, right? But what if AI could do a little bit more? What if I wake up in the morning and my alarm goes off on,
mm,
it doesn't have to be my phone. It could be an actual clock, an alarm, or something, that's next to my bed that's not connected to my phone. The alarm goes off and I get a, maybe morning message or wake up message saying good morning, blah blah blah, and it tells me the temperature outside or the weather outside. You know, nice little welcoming thing. And then if I have a question, like, yeah, like what's the weather going to be after 2 o'clock today? I want to know if I need to bring an umbrella after work. It tells me the answer, right?
So the difference is you don't have to look on your phone on the weather apps.
Yeah, again, I say this. I don't, yeah, at this point, I haven't picked up anything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still laying in bed. I'm like, oh, anyway, so, oh, do I have milk in my fridge, by the way? Because, I want to eat cereal. Can you check my fridge, please? So, you buy food. Your fridge is a smart fridge. It connects with this AI thing. It knows what is in your fridge, right? This
Mm-hmm.
technology exists. If it doesn't exist per se in those details, it will exist in 5 years. So it tells me if I have milk or not. Then I get up and oh, wait, should I dress warm, cold? Is it raining? Whatever that was established. And I go to my closet and I pick out some clothes. Again, this AI is my assistant. It's there for me. It's not selling me anything. It's not telling me to buy anything. I control it, right? It
Mm.
answers me. It has a good overview of everything. It knows who I am. Call it my,
Like it's like an AI assistant,
yeah,
basically,
yeah,
like a
but
personal
yeah,
assistant.
exactly. Personal assistant, maybe even a friend or something. Because even I wouldn't let my personal assistant in my bedroom. Would you?
Well,
Well,
no.
depends,
See,
right?
stop with your tricky questions.
Yeah,
Watch what I say here.
yeah. Watch what you say, because millions of our viewers will judge you for it.
Could be.
Anyway, so that's the thing. So you don't use your phone. You get dressed, you take a shower, and then you get going. And then you're out and about. And again, you may need something. Maybe as I'm walking, I think of something instead of reaching for my pocket, going through my
Mm.
app and like, oh, let me check my calendar. Oh, did I book that thing on booking.com? Blah, blah. Like then going that app, oh, flight. Oh, let me go to the Wizz Air. Let me go into Austrian Airline, and then you have 5 airline apps. So why doesn't AI take care of everything? It can
Yeah.
still work with those apps,
Yeah.
but I won't
Basically,
because that's
yeah.
annoying.
Everything is kind of there already. I think what you're mentioning, like the
Yeah,
fridge thing, for
yeah,
example, something is telling you the weather, but it's not connected in one, right?
yeah.
I think that's what you're trying
That's
to
the whole
tell a bit.
point.
Yeah.
And yeah, and again, what I was saying is you walking on the street, I don't reach for my phone. Why does everything have to be on your phone?
Yeah.
Why is a phone used to be something you used to call, but now it's everything. But why does it have to be on our phone? I
But what
mean,
would it be
it's a
then?
fair
Like an
question, right?
earpod or something?
Hmm?
Like someone talking to you in your ear?
Yeah, but then that's also, I mean, you could have your earpods because you have them on in anyway. So if you're listening to music, it could be an earpod, it could be a necklace. It could be a clip, a brooch,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, that you can speak into, and then it tells you stuff. Hey, what's my calendar looking like today? When is that doctor's appointment? Is it next week or is it this
Yeah.
week? Actually,
Yeah.
it's this week. So I think
Mm.
it's streamlining everything a little bit and making your life a little bit easier.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the main benefits from this would actually be that you use your phone less, right? You need to spend less time on your screen.
Right.
You don't have to look for the weather. You don't have to look for Google Maps. You don't have to look in your emails. You don't have to look on Amazon, Zalando, H&M. I don't know. I'm
Right.
just naming a few so we can
Yeah.
tag them. But yeah, so it saves you time. It's more efficient, probably.
Yeah, and I think the idea is this AI tool, whatever you want to call it, it knows you. It builds on getting to know you. You go to Amazon and still apps try to have personalized things for you. But I think this AI knows a little bit more than what you want to tell Zalando or Amazon or those other shopping apps. And
Mm,
it can make suggestions for you. Maybe instead of looking at 500 shoes, you're now looking only at 5 shoes.
yeah.
you know Maybe if you don't need shoes, maybe there's a message that says, hey, you actually don't need these shoes, or this will go over your budget this month. There's these type of things.
Hmm.
It's not trying to sell you something, because I think that's the other problem is everything out there is trying to sell us something. It wants a business. So this AI tool is looking out for our best interest. It can protect us. It makes, helps us
Mm,
make certain choices that we need. And it's like this best friend, or someone you trust. I think that's also important. You
mm.
have to trust it. We all have friends we trust that we tell secrets to. But then some friends like, yeah, I better not say anything to this person because I know they're gossip. They're
Yeah,
still a
yeah.
friend, but
Yeah, it's not on the same level.
yeah,
No, I think it's a I think it's a good idea. Like I'm also thinking now about like travel if you want to book a flight. I know that for me at least, I think it's the same for a lot of people. If you want to fly somewhere, you want to see, okay, let's say I'm flying from Vienna, you want to see what airlines are flying there. So you kind of have to look either at like a Skyscanner website, for example, but then Skyscanner charges you a bit more than the individual websites. So what I always have to do, go to Skyscanner, go to Ryanair, go to Austrian Airlines, go to Brussels Airlines, and it takes a lot of time, right? So it
yeah.
would be great if you have this AI personal assistant, whatever you would call it, and you would say, look, 7th until 18th of September, I want to fly to Greece, to Crete. This is the airport. What are the cheapest options? It gives you options, it gives you date, time of
Hmm.
arrival. You could say, all right, yeah, do you need a suitcase? Yeah, let's put a 23 kg suitcase. And just maybe at the end, I have to, read through everything again because I think that's maybe also an argument that people would have is, can we really trust on AI? Because also ChatGPT and stuff, it makes mistakes sometimes. But I think in the end, if you are still the one who approves such things like travel, before you pay
Right.
600
Yeah,
euro,
there's always this
yeah,
check.
you check
Same
it,
with
but it would save a lot
transactions,
of time.
right?
It would save a lot of time for
Also,
those.
this travel thing you brought up, one thing that annoys me is like, you check multiple platforms, like you said, and then you go to Skyscanner, you go to the airline platform, and you go back to Skyscanner, the prices have
Yeah,
changed.
then it gets up
And
suddenly.
then you dive so deep into it, and like, oh, should I get the connecting flight? It's cheaper. And then you go back, no, this other flight is direct. And then next thing you know, okay, it just went up by 40,
Yeah,
40.
and then you start putting VPNs and I don't know what to get a
Yeah.
cheaper
And
price.
then you call your friend, you're like, yeah, I know,
Yeah,
yeah, can you check on your computer? I'll send
exactly.
you, and then,
Yeah, yeah. It's
so
annoying.
I think this is the key. And I know the other question, I mean, you brought it up kind of already. It's this trust thing, right?
Mm,
Do we want to trust one assistant, best friend, whatever you want to call it, with everything? Now, I
exactly.
mean, I think you tell this AI assistant what apps to use. If you don't like Amazon, then you say do not use Amazon.
Hmm.
Use that instead. So obviously you give directions, but this whole trust thing and this what's it called? It's not piracy. It's called where they take all your data and then your data is sold somewhere and you have
Yeah,
no
yeah,
control over
yeah.
your data,
You need data security, like,
data security and this
yeah.
and that. And I think the simple answer is that this needs to be built for trust. I think trust. So that could even be one of the not selling points, but it's not like Instagram. It's not like Facebook. No one
Mm.
trusts Mark Zuckerberg. Like everyone sees him as he's always in court. He always has to defend himself.
He looks like an
Some stuff
alien.
leaks. He looks like he talks like an alien. He
Not
is
to get
I think.
personal here, but yeah,
I mean, yeah. If you want to believe that there's aliens amongst us,
he's the one.
that's the proof. Well, we can say the same of Elon Musk. The
Yeah,
top
that's true,
1% is
dude.
controlling the
They look
world. They're
like
all
aliens.
aliens.
It's true.
Think
Whoa.
about that. You heard it here first. Oh
It's,
shit. When when stuff like this happens,
we're gonna get
people
kidnapped.
disappear.
Yeah, for real.
All right.
Next episode
Joking.
I'm
I'm
doing on my
joking.
own.
No, you guys are cool. Thanks for everything you guys do.
No, I think that's an issue that a lot of people right now, if they are listening to this, have like, dude, I don't want to give all my data to
Yeah.
this thing because if you want this
One.
all-around solution, you need to give everything.
Yeah. So I think it needs to, be built on this trust. It's here for me. It defends me. It's not trying to sell anything. It's actually the opposite. It's putting people trying to sell something to me.
Mm,
It's pushing them away. Unless I want them to come to my door and knock on the door,
mm,
then they will come. But if I say no, I don't want to buy anything, don't sell me anything, then it will not happen. And
yeah,
I think it needs to be built that way.
yeah.
to gain this trust. It's like humans, you know, we trust politicians, we elect people. Do you trust
Mm,
every human?
no.
We're very emotional. You cannot trust. I mean, if you think about trust, yeah, of course you shouldn't trust anything, but you cannot live your life not trusting anything. You have to have limits. You need to have security, and trust is earned. And I
Yeah.
think same with this AI thing. I think it needs to earn your trust. It needs to prove it. It needs to have certain, you know, functions where, you know, it tells you, I won't share the data, blah, 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 blah. You know, maybe the data just disappears after
Mm,
24 hours. You know, it
yeah.
remembers certain things, other things it forgets. I don't know. But
I think there's for sure there's pros and cons to
yeah,
this. I think like what I could see as pro is like for sure it could be way more efficient. You could save time. You don't have to spend time on your phone. You know, it's maybe a bit more spontaneous. But like I think one of the cons is also maybe you would get more lazy. You know, laying in your bed and asking, "Oh, is it sunny outside?" Dude, get up and look outside of the window. What? How cold is it? Just
that
go
would be
outside
cool
and feel it.
actually. If AI talked back to me like a little bit, you know,
Like this?
yeah, like a little snappy.
Maybe, yeah.
Like get
Maybe you
your
can.
lazy ass up and look. It's of course it's sunny. Can't you see?
Yeah, but that's a bit
That
the
would.
thing that maybe people get a bit, yeah, I
Why
don't
are you so
know.
mean to me?
What?
Like, will they get upset? What do you mean with
No,
AI?
no, no. I'm just saying they will get lazy, even more
Oh,
lazy than
okay.
they are already right now, because they will not think for themselves
Yeah.
anymore. They will just ask everything, and this assistant will give an answer to everything. And then they become like brain
But
dead.
it doesn't have to be that way.
No, it doesn't have to, but that's one of the
Yeah.
cons that I could see to having such a good assistant, basically. You
I.
don't, do you still make your own decisions? Do you still have to make your own decisions in this case?
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of thought needs to go into this, and I think in the future, a lot of the things that we see as a problem today will need to be addressed. There's too much information, too much control, too much power. AI is going to be smarter than you.
Mm,
Those type of questions. I think those have to be resolved. This whole laziness where I don't even have to think anymore because I don't even have to write anything anymore because it will write it for me.
yeah,
It will think for me.
it's already an issue.
Yeah, so maybe there's certain ways to get around it, but I think at the end, AI is here. It's not going to go away. The technology exists. It's developing quite fast.
Mm,
How can it be used more smarter? How can
yeah.
it be more used for me? I think, again, I think we've lost a lot of trust in these apps and social media. People are deleting social media because they
Mm,
lost trust. You see things, you don't know if it's true anymore, and blah, blah, blah. So I think this trust needs to be regained. And the next invention, and I'm pretty certain it will have some sort of AI in it, needs to consider this.
mm.
And if it doesn't consider this, I don't think it's going to work.
Yeah,
It needs to be working for you, not against you.
I think in general, like AI at this point has quite a bit of a negative tone to it. Like I think a lot of people, and I think this is linked to the videos you see, where at this point you're already, like you mentioned, is this even real, like or not? So you cannot trust anything anymore. Voice memos from, I don't know, Donald Trump
Yeah.
with Putin, like was this real or was this AI generated? So I think a lot of people at this point they don't really trust AI anymore, and I think that's one of the hurdles to this solution, that maybe people don't want this thing in their house because they don't trust the technology behind it, and the technology behind it usually belongs to a Mark Zuckerberg, to
Yeah.
a bigger player on this market, Jeff Bezos, I don't know what. Yeah.
Yeah, I think with every with every tool, with every new invention, with every machinery, there needs to come a certain sense of responsibility, whether it's a rocket or weapon, whether it's a really fast car, a
Mm,
Lamborghini goes really fast. Obviously, I'm not going to drive it, really fast on the public street. You use a racetrack for that.
mm,
So I think, technology, you cannot stop it. I think it will be there. It just needs to be used responsibly, and it needs to be designed smarter. And I think there's a there's an audience for that. You know, I think there's we're losing trust in a lot of this technology
Mm-hmm.
because it's going in one direction. So I think that direction needs to be slowed down. It needs to be rethought out and then restructured so that people trust it
Yeah.
again, I think. So, I
Yeah.
mean, today is not about what's the new product,
Mm-hmm.
but maybe it's also what's the new way of thinking, what's the new way of, being conscious about how technology is moving
Yeah.
forward.
No, I think the idea makes, for me, makes a lot of sense because, as mentioned, you already have ChatGPT. At this point, you can already talk to ChatGPT about basically anything,
Yeah.
right? So I think we're anyhow like kind of close to the solution already. You already have like Sonos or Alexa who play music for you. I don't know what, which is standing in your house already. So I think it's just a matter of combining this. For me, it's a logical next step
Yeah.
in the whole AI thing. And I think it would be nice. You wake up, you ask what the weather is like. You ask, wait, did I plan anything today after work? And it just immediately tells you, oh, you have a doctor's appointment at 10:30. Oh God, can we look into scheduling it on another day? Blah blah blah. It does all this for you. Wait, I ordered something on Amazon. Did it arrive already? Did we get something? It looks in your emails, finds this information, goes to track and trace, does all that stuff for you. So I
Send
think
me.
it's some way, it's also a way for you actually to, I mean, it sounds weird now, but to disconnect from technology, and it actually aids you in that because, or may at least disconnect from your phone.
That technology that helps you to disconnect from technology.
Yeah,
That's a good pitch.
that's a good line, huh?
Yeah, the other thing is, yeah, like send me three options to travel tomorrow from Vienna to Munich, and then send it to my email address at work. I'll check it later during lunchtime.
Mm.
So, stuff like that. I think, again, technology exists. It just needs to be all connected. We need,
Safe.
yeah, safe. There's too much noise out there. We
Yeah,
need to bring this noise down. It needs to be filtered somehow. And this could be that filter. It could be
yeah,
a filter, a noise filter.
yeah. Because now it's all about money.
Maybe it should be like, let's not be, it should be called NF,
NF,
noise filter.
nose filter,
Not, no, not nose filter, noise filter.
noise filter,
Yeah. So,
NFA,
yeah. So,
noise
yeah.
filter assistant.
So if Elon Musk, he's one of our regular listeners, by the way.
Yeah, he's
I
like,
heard.
I saw we don't have that many views, but
Yeah,
you can see who's watching,
yeah.
and actually Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos are two of them,
You
so
cannot
that's
see
already
who's watching.
something.
First of all, don't freak people out.
No, I'm kidding.
You can
But they
wa-
texted
you can
us,
secretly
right?
keep watching us, so we won't know
Yeah.
who you are. But yeah, no, I think
But
yeah,
I don't think he's the guy. It's most logic to think of such a person to look into this, but I don't think people would trust it
yeah,
if he is the guy behind it.
that's
So
true.
that's the
Yeah, that's
paradox.
the whole paradox.
Yeah.
If he wants to redeem himself, if they want to redeem themselves, you can redeem yourself with this type of
Yeah.
technology. And yeah, and the last thing I wanted to say is this is nothing new, by the way. So
Mm.
I don't want to, this is everything we said today. I think it's nothing new. There was even a movie about it.
Yeah, I think I saw it in movies already that people wake up and
Was it
there's
called
like a
Her?
voice. Yeah, I
Joaquin
remember such a
Phoenix.
thing. Yeah,
This was a long time ago, I think 10 years ago or so. But he fell in love. Going back to your personal assistant that's in your bedroom,
you fell in love with her.
he fell in love with her.
That's tricky, huh?
Yeah, so it was more love story. So yeah, the message, don't fall in love with this
Yeah,
noise
keep it on
filter.
a professional level.
Yeah, that's why I call it noise filter because I don't
Yeah,
think you would fall in
yeah.
love with something that's called a noise
No,
filter.
the last point,
Nose filter.
nose filter for sure. No, the last point from my side is maybe this could also be something used in a more professional setting, not just at home. Maybe like also for a company.
Oh yeah,
I don't
how?
know. When it comes to certain emails, certain appointments, following up on stuff, you have like Copilot and so on.
Copilot does this
That
already, right?
helps. Yeah,
It selects meeting rooms for
yeah,
you and blah blah
exactly.
blah.
But Copilot, you still need to write, you put a nice prompt in and so on. If you would have such a nose filter,
Yeah.
at your desk, or maybe it's just a call. You call it, and then it kind of gives you all this information. Hey, actually, there was a meeting like yesterday. I couldn't attend. What came out of that? And it just tells you.
Yeah,
You don't have to ask someone else and
yeah,
so on.
yeah,
Maybe somehow it could also be like more for a professional setting. And then maybe it's easier to use. I mean, I don't know, in terms of data protection and so on, depends on the company, but
yeah.
could work, no?
Yeah, yeah, I think it's already going that direction
Yeah.
where it reminds you can take notes during a call. It
Yeah,
takes notes for
exactly.
you,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And things like that. But yeah, I think the next step is I think it's just around the corner where
Yeah. Sorry. It would just be like imagine having a meeting to get informed on stuff, but maybe not with other people, but with such a assistant. And it just gives you all the data, like the same like you're writing Copilot right now,
hmm
but you're just having a meeting and you're like, okay, I want to know this, 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 this. You have a 20-minute meeting and it's just like a conversation with a digital assistant.
where it briefs you, right? Like it
Yeah,
talks to you. That's
exactly.
the other
Yeah,
thing. Everything we're still reading. I mean, yeah, you said in
yeah,
ChatGPT and stuff, you talk to it, it talks back to you. Like it needs when it talks back to you, it's better to
yeah. It's
process, in my
quicker. It's
opinion,
quicker as well.
than you
Yeah,
reading things, you know? And then it makes it more relatable to your personality. Everyone takes information in differently,
yeah,
right? Like if I
yeah.
explain something to, and you, that's another thing with your friends, you know, you talk to your certain friends differently than you talk with someone else.
Mm,
So I think
yeah,
that's also important. It needs to adjust to your
yeah,
personality
yeah,
and
yeah.
but yeah, that's a, I think that could also. But do you have any doubts?
Now, as I mentioned, my main doubt is like what we talked about, the trust that people would have. I think a lot of people,
Do you think that's the first flag for
yeah,
people's
I think a lot
trust?
of people would be like, no, I don't want to have this tool in my house that knows everything about me, that knows what clothes I wear, that knows where I live, what I buy on Amazon, what I buy in the supermarket. I don't want that. I think that's the main, for me, that's the main issue with this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, when you go to, let's say you have €1 million in your bank account.
yeah, it's
I don't know,
true.
maybe you do, maybe you don't, I don't
I do.
know. So when you go to get money out of your bank account, you know, you put your card in and then you have to put in a PIN number, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the machine recognizes this PIN number
Mm-hmm.
and it gives you €10,000. Let's say
Mm-hmm.
you want 10,000. So your PIN number is known to just the machine,
Yeah, okay, I know where
just
you're
this
going.
machine,
Yeah.
or the machine in Italy also knows that PIN
Yeah,
number.
yeah.
The machine in Brazil also knows that PIN number to
Yeah.
your €1 million account. I'm not. I'm just saying that. I know. Yes, that's daily life. We've been using ATMs for the
Mm,
last 30 years. No one took money out of my account, so I trust it.
mm.
That's the thing.
Yeah,
Like
it's true.
humans, I think it has this AI needs to gain our trust. It needs to have, of course, certain instructions. Say, yeah, I don't do this, I don't do that, blah 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 blah. That kind of, you know. I
Yeah,
think that's
yeah.
the thing. It needs to have,
That's the for me that's the challenge on this, but okay, I can overcome
yeah,
the challenge. And to come back on your point, and I think then we can wrap it up. It is true. Like Amazon knows right now, Amazon also knows what you buy. ChatGPT also knows what you ask in the store. Maybe they also link your card to, what you buy. So, I think people also don't have to be naive that most of this data is already somewhere at someone who you don't know. So yeah, that could be a counter argument on saying I don't want this tool to know everything because I don't know. I think a lot of you is known already,
yeah,
honestly. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I think if you disconnect yourself completely. I don't have a smartphone. I don't Google anything. I don't have Netflix. If you're that person, then yeah, you can't argue with those
Yeah.
people, you know.
Yeah.
But if you're Googling things and you have Netflix and you know you look up these weird sites on your
Mm,
phone,
yeah. No, I think to conclude, I like the idea. I think it makes a lot of sense. I think it would make your life more efficient. Maybe you spend a bit less time on your phone, makes things easier. But yeah, we talked about it. There's a few cons that need to be addressed in order to make this work. But I think it could be genius.
It could be genius.
But let us know what you think if you managed to stay until now.
Yeah, and if I mean, I don't want anyone to take us too serious, right? So if we said anything that's kind of crazy, that doesn't make sense, we want to hear it.
Just put it in the comments, then we have some comments as well.
Yeah, because, what do we know?
Yeah. Well, speak for yourself.